know how to do properly, and that is going to be survival farming. When you survival farm, it's best to go and do this in a group, but even out and about, now let's try to get some of those newer players who don't know what they're doing, or even people that are old who doesn't know how to properly survival farm, to start getting a survival farm going properly. I got mad at one dude earlier, but that's also because I was playing with my grandmother, trying to help her. He would not listen. We were trying to tell him to get over and teach him how to survival farm properly. He stayed across the map, and I was like, look, man, we need to drop you. You don't know how to survival farm properly, so please leave. And he was like, that's rude. Like, no, we've asked you multiple times in the mission. I was like, hey, you need to come over here. If you don't come over here, we're not coming to you to res you if you go down. You know, also trying to get them to come to where the host is and actually survival farm properly, but they didn't want to listen. So let's get a video on and show people how to survival farm properly. So you are going to need 2 people at least to do a proper survival farm. And now both people are going to need a couple things. And also let's get into and get the stream chat while we're doing this. But I'm also going to teach you guys how to survival farm properly. While also doing a live stream. Tyler Helton, how you doing, Tyler? How you doing, man? So again, I'm sorry for having to be a little bit mean to you. I wasn't rude at all because we did ask and do stuff like that. But let's show how to survival farm properly, shall we? So, to survival farm properly, guys, you're going to need 2 people and 2 separate frames. That's good. Alright, good, Tyler. That's good to hear. But you're going to need 2 things, guys. Both of you is going to require 2 people. You're going to require a wisp, and you're going to require a necros. So a wisp setup is however the wisp feels is best for the setup, but also, like, this is my setup that I'm running on wisp. As you've already been through and streamed to show you my setup, but here's my setup on wisp. Alright, so you're going to need a wisp pretty much with a setup kind of like this. And then we're going to head over and grab Necros right quick to show you guys the Necros build. I made my Necros a little bit more tanky. We can remove one of the tank mods to add on a mod for distance, which I think I already have 2, which is stretch, which is, you know, ability range and auger reach. But this is kind of what I'm running, which gives him, you know, 1,130 health. But the Wisp will up this to 1,300 to 1,400 health, which helps out a lot and keeps him healed. But with that said, so you'd run your Necros. Make sure you do have the Decibel augment mod to make it so it drains health instead of energy when you have your Necros. But when you do have your Necros, we're going to go on the Wisp side because this is the more complex bit. Necros is just going to desecrate and hide at a doorway. And I'm going to show you guys what doorway, when you guys want to go farming the void or farming in general. This is for all farms. Each map is differently, so you want to find a dead end and use that dead end to hide the Necros. But pretty much you're going to have the Necros, and we're going to go to the void, guys, because this is a little bit one that's easier to show you. I'm going to go to Mott Void. We're going to find a squad, maybe. Yes, we found one. But they're probably going to be doing the wrong form of survival farming, but we'll see. We'll see when we load in. It's almost about, it's a little over half. Yep, and 100% improper, but that's fine. We're gonna go find our own little area so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Like this area would be good, but I'm gonna go to a different one. Again, we need to find the very first specific room, which I think might be this way. I don't know. I don't know how far they ran and which direction they ran. I mean, this is still a good room. Okay, so this one I can show you guys in. So a good survival farm, everybody will say, like your Necros would set right here. Wisp, pretty much all you have to do is go to your shocks first, throw out a shock here, and we're gonna throw a shocker right here. Alright, that said, everything should get stunned right around there. We're gonna throw the health one down right where the Necros would be, so the health would go here. We're gonna go to the melee one, throw it on the exact opposite side, and again the Necros would be setting right here, guys. Everything will getting zapped right there, and then you guys would be coming out and just killing everything right here, so the Necros still could reach and be having the Desecrate do the double drop right here. So that way everyone will be getting their drops right here instead of having to go everywhere like these guys are. So like Fam over there across the map, or Skeedio or One, you know, they're all across the map in their own different section. So now if everyone wanted to farm, we would be having a very bad way of farming, because now I have to essentially have the Necros here and me be, you know, doing our thing, and then we would have to run all the way to each different section these guys are to pick stuff up. Same as like these guys, he would be running over to that guy to pick his stuff up. This guy would be running over here to pick my stuff up, and vice versa. It's better to set in a corner with a dead end and kill all the enemies in one central hub, so that way all the enemy drops drop right there, and everyone can get their drops equally fair, and everything is a lot better. Sorry, One, but we're going to be leaving because I'm going to go by myself or pick up a couple of my friends that has a Necros, so we can actually be doing this. I just wanted to do a quick little like tutorial on YouTube. So, yeah. Like I said, a lot of these guys are going to be doing really, really bad farms the wrong way. Again, if I wanted to get some of the other drops, I'm going to have to come all the way over here where these guys were. But I'm going to go ahead and exit the mission and set this solo to show you guys how much better a solo farm to a double farm is, compared to not having idiots who don't know how to play. Sorry guys, hate to be that mean to you, but you really don't. Because everyone's setting like all the way over here and not farming properly. Wow, 3,129 healing. That's a fact. Ooh, 1 Argon Crystal, even though I don't really need one. They're so easy to farm now, guys. Argon Crystals are. For the guys in the stream, they're massively, massively easy to farm. But let me go ahead and leave this squad right quick. Alright. Now I'm going to set my squad to being friends only. So now I have no one else coming in that I don't want. But again, you're going to run the character I'm running with a Necros. Make sure Despoil is the augment run onto Necros, so that way it's his health being drained instead of his energy. So you can run the Desecrate with the Despoil augment mod 24/7. It won't get cut off unless Necros happens to get hit by the Nova bubble, which, you know, turns off abilities and can drain energy. So yes, make sure the Necros you know, doesn't get hit by that. But a lot of times I like farming stuff like the aliens, so you don't really have to worry about the bubble. But now when you're going to the void, around a certain point they will bring those bubbles in, so that is something to worry about a little bit.
My brain hurts watching this.
Your brain hurts watching this. Sorry, my dude. Sorry. But I just have to get a video out there to teach people how to actually, you know, farm. Sorry, Spencer King, but I have to teach people how to farm survivals. I'm getting tired of going in with like someone to do a survival farm and then just getting a random that doesn't know what they're doing, or I'm hoping to get a Necros and I'll hit randoms that just go everywhere on the map and they don't farm properly. So sorry, Spencer King, with that again, but I have to make a tutorial. So pretty much I'm going to play the Necro side this time. The Necro side this time. In order to show you guys how the Necro should have been ran. and what people should be doing with Necros. Now, again, Necros is more support class, so if you guys don't like Necros, then don't get him, because you're not going to be getting a lot of action unless you're solo farming. But I'm going to show you guys, like, the Necros side now. So let's go ahead and go back into Mott. Now it's going to start me solo, which is okay. I wish I could host. That way I can be like, hey guys, I'm host, get your butts over here, or I'm just going to leave immediately, and if you guys can't reconnect to the host, you're going to get kicked completely from game, and if it can't find a new host, everything you just got is more likely not going to be kept, because it's going to kick you out. Alright, so this is the room I was hoping for at the first, because the Necros is going to stand here. So you're going to turn on your Desecrate, the Necros will set there. I'm going to quickly kind of throw one of my guys out right quick, because since I'm playing as Necros, we're going to get a little bit of extra help here. Hold position, make sure he holds, make sure he is holding. Okay, good, that says follow now. Let's go ahead and hack this, and we're going to stay for 5 minutes.
They have just shut down all systems.
So remember, we're going to have our electric abilities here, here, and here. When you're playing the other frame, you're going to throw your health down right here and your melee down right here. And the Necros is going to set to the side like this. And you can see right here, my Desecrate will hit those bodies out there, hence that health orb right there. And you can see that we are definitely going to be getting a lot of Desecrate here. Boom. Boom. And this is how it should be shown. So this is how you're supposed to run Necros, with the other one being the killer. But you don't want to kill them all the way up here like he is. It's an AI, so he's going to be doing that. But as you guys can see, look at all this double drop that's happening right now. Ba-boop. Easy. Got extra health, got other stuff. We're coming back in. Again, I can go out there and get health at any time I need it. But notice my health is going down as a regular Necros. See, I'm 1,100. Now, if I ran my other frame, for instance, the Wisp, and I had the health thing down right here, whoever's running Necros doing this will not be bad, because they will be getting their health back immediately as soon as it goes down. So that's why you want to Wisp. Well, yep, it is very much lows, guys, but I have to do this video because people don't know how to farm, so I have to make sure I teach them. So yeah, as you guys can see, I really don't have to do too much of the fight, but I will come out and fight occasionally. I'll do like this and kind of suck them in right there and kill them right here. And you can see all these life supports is why you also want a Necros and a survival. But you'll also get a higher chance at getting a lot of this other stuff. Now, to heighten your chances even more, run a Smita with the luck. With charm. My bad, with charm.
I am only interesting in this game now because of the AI you can spawn in.
More interested in the AI that you can spawn in. Guys, this AI I spawned in is not really an AI. He is a person. He's right here. Vapor Spectre. They've always been in the game since day one. But the guy that I have there is going to be my Wukong. So he matches what my Wukong build would be. Except for he doesn't get the colors. He only gets the regular colors to Wukong Prime. But he's pretty much Wukong. And he gets a lot of health, as you guys can see. And that's mainly for one reason. He's Wukong, so he gets to do that, which is Defy. So he loses, he doesn't get damage. He goes in a God mode state, pretty much. And that's why I love Wukong. And then I'm running the Gather Link.
So what you're trying to tell me is you're camping a doorway and cheesing all of these enemies?
Semi-yes, but doing this has been around forever. It's just people, like new players to the game, don't know how to farm properly. So what I'm doing is pretty much just making sure my Desecrate is working, so they're dying, you know, within range of my Desecrate, and I'm just performing all these double drops and everything like that. So this is how you're supposed to be farming when you go into a survival, guys. And I would show you this much easier if I had my grandmother here, because she would be the one doing this, and I'd be the one right here, and I'd be able to keep myself healed a lot better because of the ability from the frame I was telling you guys to bring in here alongside your Necros. But you guys can see, like, I'm even getting cards. I'm getting this. If I brought my Smita Kavat in here with Charm on it, which grants luck every 27 seconds to the Master, well, to bestow its Master luck. So that means I'll be getting a lot more of the rarer stuff in the game. I'd be getting a lot more rarer cards, a lot more rare resources. And I would be able to easily get some of the resources a lot of people have trouble getting. I could come out with like 8 of those resources, easy, which is the,
I am gonna download this game.
You're gonna
For some
download this
reason
game?
I like it. My
dude.
kind of game.
This game is great. You just gotta make sure you're playing with people that know what they're doing. If you're not, then you're not going to like the game because people will be dumbasses. So just make sure you're playing with people that know what they're doing. So, like, people know what they're doing sometimes with mods or setups and stuff like that nicely, but when it comes to farming, they will not do it correctly at all. So yeah, and actually, a pretty good, this is a wonderful game. Alright, so there's 5 minutes in. We could keep going, but I'm gonna go ahead.
This is IEA Donuts 1. If you remember me from Fallout 76, the whole race is a ordeal.
Yes,
how you doing?
I know who you are, Donut, and I'm doing good. I'm always doing good. But yeah, I've been kind of in this game a lot more because I'm trying to get people to farm better and get, you know, a lot more stuff in this game because, again, it's a really good game. There's some things that's broken that does need a fix and some things DE needs to look at, but apart from that, it's a really, really good game. I actually like it more than I do Fallout at the moment. And that's just mainly because, like, Fallout, you know, I don't like how you have to do certain things to get some of the things.
I expected you to be doing well. The game looks great.
Yep. There we go. Necros Farm. Now that was like a solo,
Are there
but
any
not
characters
much.
that have summoning abilities?
Yes, there is there, Spencer. Necros is one of them. Once you kill enemies, up to 10 of them, you can actually resummon them back from the dead to fight on your side. Now, they are timed, so their health will deplete over time and die even if they're not taking damage. But as long as you keep your energy up, you can keep resummoning or even re-healing the already summoned. You have Wukong, who can summon a celestial twin, which is what you kind of see there.
That is absolutely great. I am already sold on this game.
Oh, this game is actually a lot better than most. And actually, the cool thing is, it's a free-to-play game, guys. The main thing you might have to look at and kind of like, about is when you go to your inventory, right? So if we go to equipment and then we go to inventory, there is one thing that some people are going to have a falling out about, and this game will require you to have a little bit of money invested into it, and that's going to be these different slots. As you guys can see, like, open Warframe slots here, weapon slots that you have to get, same with, like, companion slots. You got your different appearance stuff to kind of go with appearances you guys like. But
I am a straight-up summoner cheeser. I love overloading someone's screen with the eye that clap enemies easily.
Right. But I love Wisp, by the way, their Spencer King, because I don't have to worry about summoning enemies. I can just stun them where they stand, which is really cool. Now, I think, yeah, there is another Warframe, which is Excalibur, which you get the first, that can also, like, stun enemies and then perform finishers and stuff like that on them, but his is not as good as Wisp's. Wisp's stuns are much better, and I'll show you guys that again. Let's go into Void, and then this time I'm going to show you how to properly set your stuff up in Void utilizing Wisp. Now, I don't know if it's going to be completable with Wisp. I mean, like, if we kill fast enough and keep getting the, you know, the systems to keep boosting the oxygen, that's going to be pretty okay, but because we don't have a Necros performing double drop and getting that extra, like, oxygen systems, we might not be able to go past 5 minutes without another player. But what we're going to do is we're going to go grab our health, which is the first thing we do, drop it into this corner. So you can see how big this blue little circle is. That's how far the health field goes. And you can see we get infinite. Then we come right here and we're going to hit X and then hold X again to give ourselves the melee boost. Yes, and also a little bit of a speed boost as well. It's not a big speed boost, but you guys can see that's me on the normal. And then there's me sprinting. It's a massive speed, pretty good speed boost. Now we're going to hit X one more time, and we're going to go to our blue there, which is going to be the shock ability. We're going to put one down right here. We're going to come over and put one right in the very center. And then we're going to put one just to the right up here. Okay, so that covers that entire field. Now let's go ahead and go turn on the alarm, which is going to turn the, you know, survival bit on, and we're going to come right along in here, and you can see I'm going to constantly keep my health high. We're constantly keeping health regen on because I'm inside the health fields. And watch this, as enemies start coming down, they will start getting zapped, and boom, they're stunned. So I can constantly, there'll be some that get by, yes, but you guys can see, like, straight up, I can just kill them all right here. And this is what the life support system looks like. That black and nice gold right there was a life support system. But yes, we do that. And we can keep getting all the enemies to die near this stairwell. Exactly like that. I gotta kill enemies while I'm gliding. So we just glide, shoot the bow, jump, and glide. There we go. We're at 20 now. 15. There we go, 18.
Life support on the way.
20, completed. That's one of the night waves done.
If you would ever like to play and teach me this game and build me up, let me know. I still have you added.
I mean, if you want to play, I'll give you a second chance, but to be honest, I don't do anything more than second chances, so I'll give you a second chance, but if you ruin that chance, we're done, Donut, alright? That's going to be the only warning.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
There we go. And the bow that I'm using...
You're all good. Want he really me who did all of that? Was mainly sub.
I know who the main one was, and it was two of them. It was Punisher, and it was Backsav. Backsav, my bad, not B, it's S-A-V, not S-A-B. And Punisher, but I did warn the group, I was like, if you're gonna show Backsav, you know, any bit of, like, support through when he was calling me a racist, then I was gonna unadd the group and, you know, go through with that, which I ended up doing, and then everyone got a little bit mad about, and then people started coming into my stream saying I was a racist there as well, trying to hurt my stream. So, I don't deal with that in a way of, like, laughing. I deal with that manner.
You did the right thing. I was just chilling.
I don't really have to hit my enemy, because you can see a cord comes out and they still die. That's how good this bow is, by the way. But you have to be a Mastery 15 to get this bow.
I stopped playing the game around like level 200 something.
Oh, I'm like only a 150 on Fallout.
On Fallout 76.
I know. I haven't played... I played Fallout after. Like, I've done the whole New Brotherhood thing, and I like the route they're going, but there's some things I still think that needs fix and update there. And I still have a present addiction, I'm not gonna lie. That is my addiction, is presents. That's the only addiction I've ever had.
I only stream and play Rocket League.
Ah, okay.
I just got a PS4 Pro.
Nice. I've had my PS4 Pro that I've just gotten not too long ago for like, I think, about nearly a month now. I say nearly, because it hasn't been quite a month, it's been nearly a month.
So every game I play helps out better.
Oh, it's much better. A PlayStation Pro is, especially since I can run full 1080p and stream in full 1080p. And that's what the stream is now as well, is full 1080p. 1080p and 60 FPS, that's what I'm running the stream in right now. But I'm not really here to farm, I'm here to stay for just 5 minutes, so that's why I'm kind of running around more. If I was farming, I'd be behind this door into the health pool.
I got one brand new off of a friend. I traded my PS4 Slim.
Oh, nice. Mine came off of my grandmother. She didn't want the PS4 Pro that she ended up having to get from GameStop. She was going for a Slim, like she's used to using. So when she got the Pro, I gave her my Slim and traded her for the Pro. So I ended up getting the Pro and she got the Slim. Oh, I'll fight the boss, why not?
I majorly upgraded my console gameplay.
Oh yeah, it's a major upgrade. I'm still looking to get an Elgato capture card, so that way I'm not running off the PlayStation capture card. I can use Elgato and I can stream in like 4K later in the future if I wanted. But I'd have to get...
Right, that's nice.
Alright, where you at, buddy? Don't tell me I killed him up there somehow. Also, guys, with the mod setup I'm using, I get infinite ammo on the bow, because it always drags in ammo, and no matter the ammo type I pick up, it will give me ammo for the bow. Don't tell me I already killed the guy that I should have been killing, because if I did, that's going to be way too overpowered. Alright, we've been going for 5 minutes, time to leave. And I'll show you Necros. Now, you will have to grind Necros, by the way there, Spencer. You won't be able to just pick him and play as him. You'll have to get Excalibur at the beginning, learn your way through quest, and then you can actually learn to get Necros, which is crafting a specific key and farming that key, and then after you get the key, you can farm doing the boss battle. But as you guys can see, I didn't lose too much health, didn't lose anything really, and I just kept going.
As long as I get to summon stuff, ILL grind anything.
Alrighty, sweet. And I'll show you Necros here in a second, Spencer, to show you what I'm talking about. But you're going to have to level your Necros as well, because to use your 4th ability, you have to at least be level 10 with Necros. And yes, you do have to level your frames. So you start at 0, you go to 30, and then you can put a reactor on in order to double the mod capacity you can hold, or you can also do formas in order to select a slot to be a specific like version, which is like a Y, a D, or a dash. So that way when you put a card in, it costs half of its amount as long as it has the same ID. So the card will have like a D, a Y, or a dash. So when you forma, you want to actually put the same type of card on. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a second. Especially since you're going to be new, Spencer. Ooh, my daily tributes for day 233, as you guys can see. I feel like I know life this game way too much, but when you go into here, you can see how there's an upgrade option, an appearance option, abilities, and equip. So when you're hovering over each different things, you can see like this one here, I can upgrade, or this one I can upgrade, or this one I can upgrade. When you go in and you upgrade, you will see that there's going to be like these cards that are green with a Y or a D, or there'll be like some with a dash at the top right of the card. So when you do one of these, which is the polarization, you'll polarize a slot. For instance, if I polarize this one, I would use a D, because that's the card I put there. Or I do this one for a Y. So next time I add on the card to it, it'll be 11. Divide that by half. So 11 divided by 2 is going to be what this will turn out to be when you put that card back in there, and you'll get more capacity. So yes, it's a little bit to learn, a bit to get into, but I'm going to show you Necros right quick since you were like, oh my god, Necros seems cool. I'm going to show you what Necros can do, and actually I'll show you someone that you might like better than Necros, because you get to have enemies get ripped up into the sky by a tentacle, my dude, and that's going to be Hydroid, but I'll show you that in a second. Let's go play Necros, and I'm going to show you in that very same survival again how easy it is to get things. Oh, before we go into the survival, one thing that you guys, new guys, are going to have to worry about is crafting in this game is real time. So when you go to your foundry and you craft something, for instance, like my Despair here that's in here that you get from the Stalker, which is a random boss guy that you get to fight that comes in after you're marked by him, which all you have to do is fight bosses in order to actually get marked by the Stalker. But this says 8 hours, 8 minutes, and 54 seconds. I actually have to wait 8 hours, unless I spend real money in-game to buy the platinum. As you guys can see, I only have 8 McPlats up here. To buy the platinum, as you guys can see, it would be 50 plat. I'd have to purchase platinum. But I can rush it by doing that, or I can actually have to wait the 8 hours. And in this case, I'm waiting the 8 hours. Warframes are even worse on their time to wait for, because to put this in perspective, let's go to Warframe, right? If I wanted to make the Neuroptic for a Warframe, as you guys can see, Chroma Prime Neuroptics, chassis, the Orokin Cell, you'll need the systems. If you guys are making them, each piece takes 12 hours to craft. So I'd craft all 3 before you actually go to do your Warframe, so it's faster. So that's why it's 12 hours for 3 pieces, instead of making 1 piece for 12 hours, another piece for 12 hours, another piece for 12 hours, and then going to craft your Warframe, because you can see right here, Chroma Prime is going to take 72 hours to craft, guys. That's a long time. That's about 2-3 days, something like that. 24. So yeah, about 3 days, guys. I'll be waiting for I'll have to wait, like, soon as I get his, I think systems is what I'm missing. I'll be able to craft him, and then that'll take 3 days. So I'm actually going to be looking at basically about 4 days because of the 12-hour craft on the systems. So I might not be able to do the 12 hours. I'll sleep, get up, claim it, and then start making the Necros, which will probably be a 4 days. But to get different parts for your prime frames, you have to run relic missions, which are coming from the Void Relics here. Which, for instance, if you guys wanted to go for Ember Prime, you would have to get an Oxy E1 relic, which is, I think, right now vaulted, because I think Ember's been vaulted, so people that already has it will be able to run them, still get the parts and stuff, but the relic will no longer drop from missions, so they unvault the relic. But you can actually up your chance to get it by doing this, which costs 100 Radiant. As you guys can see, I only have 1, so I'm not able to do it. But that's how you would up your relic to get this part. Or you could get, you know, better chances for these if I done this, or I can leave it the same to get a higher chance at anything from the top up here. So that's how relic missions work. You'll up them, and then you'll actually go over here and you're going to learn about Fissure missions, which is this fire looking logo at the top of the screen right here, this logo here. And you will be able to choose any of the different ones, but different ones have different fissures. Like this is a Neo, that's a Meso, this is a Lith. You also have your Axie fissures, you have your Requiem fissures. So you'll be able to go through each one and do it. And each one has a different, like you get your capture missions, your mobile defense missions, your regular defense missions, your survival missions will all definitely be under here. There's even disruption, as you guys can see. So yeah, this game is very complex, but it's very fun, and it's a free to play. So you can play it for free, download it for free, but when you want to hold multiple Warframes like I have, guys, like if I go in here, you guys will see this page here. Some of them look the same because I deleted some frames. I used to have Interos, I used to have Limbo, I still have Frost, I used to have Octavia, so this one I deleted, this one I deleted, and that one I deleted. And that's mainly because I'm close to getting the actual prime variant of most of them. So if I go over here, you guys will see I was working on Atlas Prime. I'm working on Chroma Prime. I will be working on Avara Prime. One of my friends is going to give me the systems and the chassis. I don't remember which one they're going to get, but I'll be one part away from that. As you guys can see here, here's the chassis. Let's go ahead and craft this bad boy. So now I have the chassis being crafted, so all I need is the systems. And then Limbo Prime. As we've seen Limbo, I will be working on getting him. I need the chassis and the neuroptics for him. I'm working to get Loki Prime. I'm working to get Titania Prime, which is going to be a vaulted frame, so it's going to be hard to get her parts. Valkyr Prime. And a lot of other different things. I'm even working to get different weapons, like the Boar Prime, the Cornith Prime, the Ceranos Prime. I'll be working to get the Piranha Primes, the Urfona Primes, the AK Bronco Primes. I'll be working to get the Dakara Prime, which I'm only missing a blade for, the Destreza Prime, which I'm only missing a blade for. I'll be working to get the Namaskila Prime, which I'm missing 2 handles and 2 blades. The Redeemer Prime, which I'm just missing the handle. So yes, I will be going for a lot of different things, guys. Hence what's coming in the future. But I also already have a couple of primes myself. Like I have Nova Prime, I have Necros Prime, I have Frost Prime, I have Hydroid Prime, I have Mesa Prime, I have Oberon Prime, I have Wukong Prime, I have Zephyr Prime, I have Trinity Prime. I even basically have a Excalibur Prime, which is Excalibur Umbra, which is basically Excalibur Prime. I have Wisp right now. I'd love to see a Wisp Prime come to the future. Hold on, guys. I got someone knocking on my door. But yeah, this game is all over the place with a lot of different content, guys, and each different frame has different abilities have different playstyles, so it actually is a game for everyone, because it's basically good for playstyles all over the place. My grandmother wants to play some Warframe with me, so I'm going to quickly end stream here, guys. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed, and I hope you found this stream to be informative, and you learned something new, like how to properly farm using a Necros and a Wisp, and learning how to actually farm in the survival areas. But as always, guys, smash the like, subscribe button, don't forget the bell icons to get notifications for helpful content or even fun content in the future. As always, stay awesome.